Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am back with another video, but first things first, I have to say thank you to each and every one of you who has hit the subscribe button on my channel. As you can see, we have reached 100,000 subscribers on my channel, and it's just crazy to me. It's crazy when you get your first 10, 1,000, 10,000, but 100,000 subscribers is mind-blowing. You guys know I'm forever grateful for you guys. I love having each and every one of you here. I am usually good on the whole giveaway thing happening right after I hit a specific number, but I didn't have, your girl's not prepared, all right? Long story short, I've got some things going on right now, so once I have that all together, I'm going to have a giveaway for 100,000 subscribers. I'm thinking something like a YouTube and Instagram. Shout out to those of you who are still following me on Instagram. I know I slack so much on Instagram. I'm gonna get better. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do like a YouTube, one winner on YouTube and one winner on Instagram. But as soon as I get it all together, you obviously will be the first to know. Yeah, before I start to ramble anymore, let me just say thank you one more time and then get into this video. Now that that is out of the way, onto the actual video. As you can see, it is a Snapchat Q&A, not just a Snapchat Q&A, but my first Snapchat Q&A. And you know, every now and then I just like to check in, answer any questions that some newcomers may have. Things as simple as, what is your real name? Obviously, my parents did not name me too much mouth. My real name is Shanygne. I'll have the spelling here, and I'll also have the dictionary pronunciation helper here as well. All right, so let's just jump into the first question. Ooh, someone had a lot of questions. How do you see yourself in 10 years? Have you ever been to Canada? Do you use Shea Moisture products? What career do you want in the future? What's your favorite makeup brand and your pet peeve? How do I see myself in 10 years? I don't know. I'm not that good at planning that far ahead of time. Even now, I'll try to plan videos a month ahead for YouTube, and I'll go back and say, you know what, actually I don't want to do that video, or I want to do that video this month, or I want to do that video in this week, and it never really kind of goes with the flow. Like, I very rarely do I end up sticking to what I plan to do. I am an indecisive person, so I'll go back and forth with things. So I do believe in planning ahead. It's just hard for me to do that because, you know, my mind says, well, what about this and what about that? So I mean, 10 years from now, I'm hoping I'll be married, you know, with kids, I guess. I hope I'll still be on YouTube 10 years from now. I mean, I'm hoping YouTube won't be the only thing that I do, but yeah, I guess that's it. Have I been to Canada? No, I have not, but I would love to go. You know, with recent events that have happened in America lately, I did suggest moving to Canada to my parents. They weren't really, you know, down with that idea, so. But I would love to go as a visitor. Do I use Shea Moisture products? I've used their hair products and their skincare products. I know a lot of you keep saying you want to see a foundation hunt on their foundation. I am gonna do it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but it is coming on my channel at some point this year. Love their hair products that I've tried, love their skincare products that I've tried, so I'm hoping I like the makeup too. What is your favorite makeup brand? I mean, I have a lot, but when I think like my favorite makeup brand, I'm thinking, what company, if they announced today that they're releasing a new product tomorrow, would I feel I have to get just out of loyalty to that company? What company would it be? It would have to be Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you go down the list of videos that I have done several videos just on a specific Anastasia product. Love her products. I've tried about 90% of them. Very rarely do I come across one that I don't like. So yeah, I would have to say Anastasia Beverly Hills. And last but not least, my pet peeve. I mean, I have a few, but oh, how fitting that we're doing a Snapchat Q&A and someone said, what's your pet peeve? One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone snaps themselves yawning on Snapchat. That gets under my skin. I can't stand it. One, no one wants to see all up in your mouth 8 o'clock in the morning, probably haven't even brushed your teeth yet, but you're snapping. And two, you can feel it. Like, you can feel the hot breath coming through the screen when they're yawning. And it's one thing if you're already talking and you happen to yawn while you're talking. I get it. No one wants to keep repeating their snaps, like, you know, like taking them over and over again. But I was following a girl who snapped 3 snaps in a row of her yawning. Like, fam, you yawn for 30 seconds. I had to hit that unfollow button real quick. No, I can't do it.
Have you ever just gotten teased for being so beautifully melanated?
Have I ever been teased for being so beautifully melanated? In other words, have I ever been teased for my skin tone? Not really. Honestly, I didn't start getting that many comments on my skin tone until I started a YouTube channel. And for the most part, they're all nice comments like, oh my god, your skin's so pretty, your skin's so this. I do, you know, occasionally get those negative comments about my skin. Actually, while we're at it, someone called my skin tone an oil spill, or she called me an oil spill, oil black, whatever. She basically said that my skin was the tone of oil, and I just had to come for her. Like, usually when people leave negative comments, I give snarky, sarcastic responses, but I had to actually come for her life, not because she hurt my feelings, because at this point there's not really much you can do to hurt my feelings, but I had to come for her for any dark-skinned girl who's ever had to deal with an asshole like that, especially since she was black. So I had to let her know, boo-boo, they see us all the same, okay? Relax. I love you so much. Thank you. My question is, where do you see yourself in the next year or 2 or 10, and what do you plan on doing with your degree? The next year or 2, I would assume I'll still be doing YouTube. I'm really starting to like it. You know, that's why little changes are being made here and there. But so right now I'm doing YouTube and freelance PR for different up-and-coming companies. 10 years, you know, I said hopefully I'll be like married and with kids and having a career that I really like. What do I plan on doing with my degree? I went to school and got my degree in PR thinking that I would do PR for professional sports, and after internships and actual jobs and volunteering with different sporting organizations, I highly doubt that's what I want to do anymore. I could spill some tea, but you know, I'll just keep it at, from what I did see behind the scenes, women still have a long way to go when it comes to getting respect and how you're treated in male-dominated professions, such as professional sports. And I just didn't like a lot of what I saw and some of the ways that I myself was treated, so I've kind of fallen back on that. Obviously, you know, PR, I could do PR for entertainment, fashion, all that other stuff, and I've dabbled in a little bit of all of that. Some of it I like, some of it I don't, so that's why I'm still just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. Right now I'm using PR for, like I said, up-and-coming companies and my own brand. Who are your top 3 favorite YouTubers? By the way, I love your channel. Thank you. Top 3 favorite YouTubers. I mean, like, we knew Jackie was going to be in the top 3. That's the first, like, that's favorite YouTuber hands down. Other 2... Recently, I've been, you know, kind of wandering away from just watching beauty channels. I've been discovering the other side of YouTube. Second, I would probably have to say DK for Life. They're like my favorite couple type of channel. Actually, they're the only couple channel I can tolerate. They're just so adorable, and you know, they're real. They don't have to do the most just to get people to watch. So they come in second. And then third, lately, I discovered Wolfie Raps. His channel is hilarious. He does DIYs, challenges, pranks, all that other stuff. I like his channel because it's just lighthearted fun. Like, you don't have to think, you don't have to do the most, you're not looking for the most, and he makes you laugh. So that would be third. I literally watched 100 of his videos in a couple days. So 1, 2, oh, but I do love Justin Marcus too. But where would I? Okay, so I just gave you my top 4 YouTubers.
Hi Shanygne, I love your videos so much, and my question is, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie and book has to be The Green Mile. That is one of the few times the movie is just as good as the book. I can watch it over and over and over again, knowing that John Coffey is going to die, and still cry. It's just that good. Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan did that. What's your favorite brand that caters to all skin tones? Favorite brand that caters to all skin tones. Kat Von D does a pretty good job of catering to all skin tones. Her ranges usually include something for extremely pale or extremely deep skin tones. And you know, the whole idea of what her products do, like they're that pigmented that they'll cover up tattoos, scars, stuff like that. It kind of makes sense that her ranges are pretty diverse. But Lancome is also very good at catering to multiple skin tones. Makeup Forever. Any drugstore? I'll get back to you guys on the drugstore. What was your first camera that you used for YouTube? The first camera that I used for YouTube was a Nikon L110 cool pics. I don't know. I did do a video on do's and don'ts of starting a channel where I list every camera that I've used so far, alternatives that you can use to edit and film, just tips and advice. So I will link all of that in the description box down below. How did you manage work and school at the same time? Struggling really badly currently, and I would love to know. I managed work and school and everything else just by organizing and prioritizing like what needs to come first. I'm by no means the most organized person that there is out there, but I'm getting better. You know, I like to think I am. That's why I am on my 2nd year of my Erin Condren planner. You don't need that specific one, but I would definitely suggest getting a planner to write things down, because there are people who can learn and take in information just by listening to it, and there are people who need to see it. I'm somewhere in between that. If the professor says, you know, this is XY plus Z equals, you know, L, that I can remember. But if the professor says that this assignment is due in 2 weeks, I won't remember that, so that I know to write down somewhere. So you need to, you know, first realize what type of learner and how you take in information, and then use that to your abilities. If you can just listen to information and remember you have an appointment with the doctors in 6 months, great. If you can't, write it down. Write it down in your planner, write it down on those foam board, erase board, dry boards, whatever, in your dorm room or your house. And learn to prioritize what needs to come first. If you have a month to do an assignment, don't wait the whole month. At least give yourself like 2 weeks so you just have it done. You don't have to be rushing at the last minute, because trust me, those 3 a.m. last minute assignment, they never work out. You always stress out, and that's the last thing you want to do, is stress when you already have so much that you need to deal with. So if you have a class and then you have work, see if you can squeeze in an assignment during your commute if you commute. If you don't, see if there's a break in between your classes where you can get stuff done. You really just have to sit down, breathe, and just plan a little bit ahead of time.
Hey, I love watching your video, and I wanted to ask you, because you're Haitian and I'm Haitian too, what's your favorite Haitian meal or cuisine?
See, I told y'all, all we have to do is hear that someone else is Haitian and we get excited. All she said was, I'm Haitian too, and I was already cheesing. But to answer your question, I said in my Haitian Tag video that my favorite Haitian dish is legume, and people really need to relax, all right? I said in that video that you can put whatever type of foods in there, and I also said you can put beans in there, and people want to go like, you don't put beans in, like, how are you going to tell me how I eat my food? Like, what type of sense does that make to you? You may not eat it like that, but you're not going to tell me how I eat my food. That's like someone saying I eat pineapple pizza, and you saying pineapple pizza isn't real pizza. Like, you don't eat pineapple pizza. Well, I'm not going to eat pineapple pizza, but someone does. Putting pineapple on your pizza doesn't not make it a pizza. Like, how do you sound? And someone was really that pressed that they commented in my comments on there, and then they commented on Twitter as well. And it was like, boo-boo, relax. But did you die though from me eating it that way? No? Alright then. Snapchat Q&A, what are your career aspirations? I want to be my own boss, you know, not trying to build someone else's dreams for the rest of my life. And 2, I just want to be happy with whatever I choose to do. I get so bored so easily, which is why when I was working in retail, I would have a new job like every 6 months, because I would just get tired of going to the same store, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't want to be that person who works just so I can pay the bills. I want to like what I do and enjoy going to work every day, if that makes sense. Hi, I follow you on YouTube. What's the best eyeshadow palette for dark-skinned women to buy? I want something that has matte, casual colors I can use daily. It's not really an eyeshadow palette, but you can make your own palette just choosing the colors that you want. But Makeup Geek has some really good eyeshadows, single eyeshadows for darker skin tones. Their pigments are great. I haven't tried that many, but from the few that I have tried, they always show up. Don't have to put that much work into getting pigment on your skin tone. But once again, they're not, you know, they're single shadows, but you can make your own palettes. But actual palettes, Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, it's a good natural everyday palette. The colors in there will give you natural everyday looks. Juvia's Place has some great pigment shadows for darker skin tones. The only thing there is a lot of her palettes have a lot of shimmer shades to them, and you said you wanted, you know, matte daily usage. So that's something to keep in mind, but there are 3 brands right there. How long have you been on YouTube? The 26th of April will make it a year and a half that I have been on YouTube, because October of 2016 made it a year. So yeah, April will make it a year and a half that I've been on YouTube. What was your college major? I majored in public relations. What college did you graduate from, and what did you major in? I graduated from St. John's University and I majored in public relations. Are you in a relationship? No, I am not. For the Q&A, how do you know if he likes you? Love you. Thank you. Love you too. How do you know if he likes you? I mean, I feel like it's very easy in general just to know if someone's interested in you, not even just for relationships, but even friendship. If someone's putting in that time, they're texting you, they're calling you, they're checking up on you when things are bad, they're supporting you when you want to do new things, or they're just supporting you when things are going good in your life. I feel like it's very obvious, you know, they're into you, they're showing you that they care about you. But if they're doing the complete opposite, they're ignoring you, they leave your messages on read, you can't count on them, they don't support the things that you want to do in life, it's kind of obvious that they're just not that into you. I get it, sometimes, you know, we let emotions get the best of us and we think how we want them to feel, so we don't see that it's right in front of us, that, you know, they're kind of making it obvious. But I mean, when you finally do put that aside and you come to the realization, like it was in my face the entire time, that he just wasn't that into me, you're like, oh, how did I not see that? You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how you can kind of tell if they're interested or if they like you or not. Would I ever come to Slovakia? First, I need to find out where Slovakia is. Second, I need to find out if I'm saying it right. And third, to answer your question, yes, I would. That is definitely one of my goals, to just travel to any place that will have me. So I definitely would, just don't know where it is. I have an idea of where it is. I just don't know specifically like where it is. What's the hardest lie you've ever told and were you caught? The hardest lie I've ever told. I mean, I don't really like to lie. It's not even I don't even like to lie. I don't have the face for lying. Do not ever commit a crime with me, because I'm telling you right now, I will get us caught. My face kind of smirks, I guess, or it makes weird faces when I'm lying, and you can clearly tell she's lying. That's why I will never be able to bullshit you guys on products that I do, because even if my mouth is saying, oh yeah, I love it, my face will be saying, bitch, no, she does not. So I try not to tell big lies, I guess. I tell little, you know, small white lies, like, oh yeah, girl, you know, that top is cute, you know, do you wear whatever you want to wear. So yeah, I don't really tell big lies, and I've never been caught in a big one. What exactly did you study at university? And it would be cool if you made a video on your experience at university. Seeing a theme here on college questions, I'm assuming it's because I just told a story time on Snapchat about college. That's why all these that's where all these questions are coming from. I studied public relations, and I will most certainly do a college experience or advice video. Give me a shout out, please. Just started my channel yesterday. Love you. Channel is Reham Mustafa, by the way. Alright, well, just gave yourself a shout out. So you heard them. Go check out that channel, Reham Mustafa. Do you have any tattoos? No, I do not. Yet. For the Snapchat Q&A, what did you major in at university, and what did you want to do with your degree? Did I answer this question already? Like, I know I answered this question, but did this question already pop up, or am I just... yeah, I said, you know, before what happened with the whole degree thing, and I majored in public relations. Hi, hey, in your opinion, what's the best thing that being on YouTube has brought you? Best thing being on YouTube has brought me has to be all of you guys, and I'm not trying to say that to kiss ass, and I'm not trying to look like the perfect YouTuber. Oh my god, that's so sweet. No, I'm just being completely honest. Most of you know I have a 3-hour commute to and from work, so I've got a lot of time to respond to you guys on YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram DMs, when I remember that Instagram has the DMs function. So I do that because I genuinely want to do that. You guys are so supportive, you defend me, even though we know you don't have to do that. We know I have enough mouth for all of us. When I ask for help, you guys are very quick to give your responses, and I just love that about you guys. I mean, yeah, it's nice having companies send you stuff. It's nice being able to work with companies, but at the end of the day, I come back to you guys and tell you, you know, my opinions, my reviews, whatever. So it always comes back to the YouTube viewer, so that's another reason why. Best part about YouTube. I just recently subscribed to you, so I don't know if you have a video on this or not, but can you do a video about your college experience and stories about what you went through, because your rant about your teacher was great. I knew all these questions are stemming from that story time, so yes, I will do that video, and I also am going to tell that story time here on YouTube. Who is your favorite artist and or movies? I mean, Queen Bee, love me some Beyonce. I love T.I. I had a thing for Fetty Wap, but that's pretty much fizzled out now. I've been listening to a lot of Kid Ink lately. Young Jeezy, And you know, like the regular Nicki Minaj, Drake, all that good stuff. I don't really watch movies. I'm not a big movie person, so The Green Mile, Mean Girls, White Chicks, that's pretty much it. What mistake do I keep making? I mean, I try to learn from my mistakes, so I don't think I keep making a lot of them, but I do keep making the mistake of overthinking. I overthink a lot. Like, there's no joke. They're not kidding when they say, you know, 1, 2, 3 a.m. is when everything starts rushing into your mind. So that's something I need to stop doing. Best advice you've ever received. The best advice I've ever received, I just recently received it from a realtor. But basically, he said the guy who has a $300,000 budget for his house wants the house that's $400,000. The person who has the $400,000 budget wants the house that's $500,000, and so on and so forth. You get it by now. Basically, what he was saying is we're so busy looking at what we don't have and looking at what we don't have yet but want to have that we don't focus on appreciating what we do have and making what we do have better. And that's so true, and I notice that a lot with social media. We see someone with, you know, the Mercedes-Benz and 1 million followers, and we're thinking, you know, well, why don't I have that? How do they have that? What did they do to get that? And you shouldn't be focused on them and what they have and what they did to get there, because they're already there. They're already thinking of the next place that they're going to get. So what you should be thinking about is, what do you have now? How can you make the best of what you have now? And what do you need to do to get to where you want to be, not where you see other people? That makes sense? Have you ever actually been to Haiti or any other Caribbean nation? What really pushed you to start doing YouTube videos? Have you ever fought anyone? I have not been to Haiti or any other Caribbean nation. You know, obviously I want to go. What really pushed you to start doing YouTube videos? I mentioned that in my last Q&A. It's a long story, but basically I just needed an outlet. I needed people to talk to, even though, you know, like we don't, you know, physically talk to each other, but that's why I respond in the comments. Have I ever fought anyone? Yes, I have. I have a video on it. I will link it in the description box down below. And I've also fought my cousin before, which we still laugh about to this day. But yeah. What's your best childhood memory? I don't know. I don't really think about my childhood. And it wasn't bad or anything like that. I just don't think about it. But I'm assuming it would be something with my family, I guess. I don't know. What's the best way to gain followers online? What do you use for hair growth? I have 4C hair and I have trouble with my hair tangling all the time. Best way to gain followers online is to just be authentic and to have content that's going to want to make people follow you. I mean, that's the easiest way I can put it. I feel like people think when you have a larger following that there's some magic secret that you know on how to gain followers and you just don't want to share it. There's really not. There's no like specific plan I can tell you, if you follow this, you're going to grow overnight, because that's not how it works. Some people, they do grow overnight. Some people, it takes them 5 years to actually grow, or it's 5 years and they don't grow. It depends on your personality. If you have something about you that makes people want to flock to follow you, and the type of content you put out. So if you don't put the effort into your content, it's noticeable. You know, if you're just putting a video together to throw one up there and say that you posted a video, it's noticeable. People aren't going to follow you. So that's the easiest way I can put it, to just put some time and effort into your content and to just be yourself, be your own personality. Don't try to be anyone else, and people will follow you. I've got 3 questions. Why don't you work at Sephora? What are your top 3 favorite foundations? And what was your worst mistake with makeup? Why don't I work at Sephora? I don't know. I just never, you know, I never wanted to work at Sephora, I guess. When I was working retail, I pretty much stuck to shoe stores, Journeys, Famous Footwear, stuff like that. And then after that, I just got jobs in sports because I thought that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, working at Sephora was never popped up into my head. What are your top 3 favorite foundations? Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation, and NARS Velvet Tint Matte Skin. You guys know what I mean. What was your worst mistake with makeup? My worst mistake with makeup, you guys know how there's that video how I did my makeup in high school? Yeah, I can't do that video, because if I did, it would just be a minute-long video of me sitting here plopping some blush onto my cheeks and putting some lip gloss on, and that's it. That is how I did my makeup in high school, and it's so bad. If I can find pictures, I will post them in this video. And it's funny because I don't even wear blush now, and the blush I'm talking about is that bright rosy peach type of blush, and just plopped it onto my cheeks. No foundation, no concealer, no nothing. Just added some lip gloss and thought I was popping, and it was just yikes. That was my worst makeup mistake. Why haven't you done the black owned makeup brand challenge yet? You've got some black owned products, put it together and slay the face. I'm a big fan, and also if you could do a collab with anyone on YouTube, who would it be? I know that challenge exists, and I do plan on doing it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I do have the BOMB Alert series where I do videos on specific black owned company products. I'll get around to it. I just haven't done it yet. Who would I do a collab with on YouTube? Jackie. I mean, I think by now we know I stand for Jackie. That's my YouTube Beyonce, so Jackie. And I said I love Justin Marcus, so I would do a collab. Actually, I would do a collab with Justin Marcus and Aaliyah J. We're all from New York. Aaliyah and I have the same type of content, you know, beauty on our channels, and she's adorable and hilarious. And Justin and I have like the same personalities, and he's hilarious, so I feel like a video collab would be awesome. Love them both as well. I'm sure there are other people that I would probably collab with, but they're not coming to mind, so yeah, let's just go with those 3 people. What's the craziest, most exciting thing you've ever done? What's your funniest fuckboy experience? Craziest, most exciting. I mean, I had a lot of crazy moments in college. I'll probably save those for future story times. I'm gonna get back on story times. The next video I post is going to be a story time. Funniest fuckboy experience. I mean, it's not funny, even though I'm smiling right now. You know, it's been years, so I can laugh about it now. But I had a guy ask my friend and myself out on the same day, within hours of each other. He asked me out. I said no, because he's in everyone's face, and I know I'm crazy, so I'm not catching a charge over you. I said no. And then the next day, I was talking to my friend. She was like, hey, you know, so-and-so asked me out. And I was like, oh, really? When was that? So she said what hour it was, and I was like, well, 2 hours earlier, he asked me out too. Needless to say, we both said no. We're both friends to this day, and to this day, he still tries to slide into the Facebook DMs like I'm gonna forget. Like, this is why I don't even like checking Facebook, but yeah, that was a pretty fuckboy experience. How did you learn so much about makeup? YouTube videos, makeup artists who, you know, have blogs and videos, and just trial and error. You can watch someone do something a million times. If you don't practice on yourself, you're not gonna know how to do it. So trial and error, and other beauty influencers. Where is one place you've always wanted to travel? One class you regret taking? Biggest fear? One thing you love and one thing you hate about New York City? One place I've always wanted to go to is Bora Bora. You know, hopefully that could be like a honeymoon destination. One class you regret taking? That is a story time that I will be telling after this video, so hold off for that. Biggest fear? I guess death. I can't even say death, because that's not even a fear. That's more of a mystery of how I'm gonna die, I guess. So I don't know. Do I fear anything? I don't know. One thing you love and one thing you hate about New York City. One thing I love about New York City is just how diverse it is. There's always something going on. It is never a dull moment. You're always meeting people that you've never seen before. You're learning about people you've never seen before. You're learning about new cultures. And it's fun. Like, if you look for it, if you're out there searching for it, you'll never be bored here. However, that kind of ties into what I hate about New York City. It's gonna sound messed up, but I feel other New Yorkers will understand where I'm coming from. New Yorkers don't really care for tourists. And I know that sounds so messed up, but I mean, like I said, New Yorkers are so fast-paced, they're so on the go, so when they're encountered with someone who is not from around here, I'm not gonna lie, even as a New Yorker, it's pretty confusing in New York City, the subway, stuff like that. So when someone who comes here doesn't, you know, catch on that quickly, they move a little bit slower. And when you have a New Yorker behind you who has a 2 train to catch, who has the LIR to catch, and especially if you're already at the subway and you're blocking the doors because you don't know if you're supposed to get on this train or not, you're going to meet a rude New Yorker. I'm sorry, we have a, you know, reputation for being rude, and it's true. I'm not gonna lie, it's true. New Yorkers are pretty rude. Let's just move on. Do you have any motivational words for people in college? I have 2 more years left before I get my nursing degree from Hampton, but I'm feeling really wiped out and over it. Thank you so much. Love your videos. Thank you. Any motivational words? Just keep swimming. And I know that sounds so easy and so cliche to say, but take it from someone who struggled at the very beginning when it comes to college, and if you heard that story time, struggled up until the very end of college. I get it. I was over it after the first year. But it's such an amazing feeling once you're done to say that I'm done. What you do after with your degree is another thing. That's another accomplishment. But graduating is an accomplishment, and you'll feel so proud of yourself to be able to say, I did it. I got through about, 50 mental breakdowns, and I can say that I'm done. All right, so those are all the questions that I received. I'm assuming my subbies were a little shy because there were more text questions than there were video questions. Either way, I hope I answered your questions to the best of my abilities. I got a lot of YouTube and college questions. Once again, I will link that YouTube do's and don'ts in the description box down below. I will get on that for the college advice experience video. And yeah, once again, thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!